Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Charlotte, you can call me Charlie, and today we are going to be doing something that we do every month. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, be sure to subscribe down below and hit that notification bell because I post bullet journal videos every new upcoming month. Yeah, that's exactly what this video is. And today's theme is going to be giraffes, because giraffes are adorable. I used to have this giraffe, what's it called, like a cushion pillow animal? Pillow animals? It's cute. It was cute. It was adorable. And it was so fluffy and, childhood, am I right? Anyways, so that is what we are doing today, and I had to search up a lot of references for this video because, you know, if I was more organized, I could practice drawing these animals beforehand and have like my finished professional piece in my bullet journal, but ain't nobody got time for that. So here is my attempt at drawing animals in my bullet journal. And you know, hey, look at me for a second. Even though you can't really see me, look at me for a second. We are going to practice our animals. That is what this yearly challenge is for. To learn how to draw animals, to practice them, and figure out anatomy. I cannot do human anatomy, so I'm going to draw animal anatomy. Sounds like a perfect plan. So we are going to start off strong by drawing a full-length, full-body giraffe, and it was a disaster. Okay, this page I am so not happy with because my Crayola markers just weren't having it. I was like, we're gonna draw a realistic giraffe, and they were like, absolutely not, go away. And so it was a struggle. It was a lot of trying to find shades to like shade with, and trying to find the right tones that matched the giraffe that I had in my head and on references. I do end up going back to that cover page because I wasn't happy with it, and my end result I was much happier with. So this second spread is my week 1 and it's my week 2 and week 3 spread because May accidentally ended in my week 1 June spread. So this is my week 2, week 3 spread, and if you have watched my previous bullet journal videos, I do have a playlist up on my channel, then you will know that normally I do 1 week per spread. So that means that I have about 3 days per page. And that is just, to me, that's like the normal schedule. That's the schedule, the layout that I see with other bullet journalers on YouTube, and that is perfectly fine. But I'm a big fan of bullet journal the way it works best for you, meaning ignore what people do online. Ignore the aesthetics that you see on Pinterest and on Google Images. Just do what makes you most productive and what helps you be as productive as you want to be. So for this, basically I said no habit trackers. Habit trackers just don't work for me in bullet journals, and that's totally fine. I just don't do them. It's a waste of paper if I did do them. So technically I'm saving the environment. Normally what I do is I have a spread that is just a blank page with some designs on it to match the rest of the theme, so that I can just put whatever I feel like later on. And I do have that in the upcoming page. It is one of my last pages that I do in this video though. The reason why I'm doing my bullet journal like this is because May kind of ramped up with the end of school. Then it just became unstressful, totally relaxing, and slowly in June I am ramping back up, getting prepared for a bunch of other stuff. So I don't need as much space as I would normally, and yeah, you gotta save pages when you can. Paper is expensive, okay? If anyone who tells you that art and drawing is cheap, they lied. You don't need a lot of stuff to do art, but if you love art, then you're going to have a lot of stuff, or you're gonna buy a lot of stuff, regardless of what people say. this third spread, are we on the third spread? Yeah, we are. You know it. This is the head of my giraffe. Yes, just a random head, because the page previously was supposed to be the body of my giraffe, and my giraffe was supposed to lean over onto my next calendar spread. That didn't work out because I accidentally curled the neck opposite to the neck on the other page, so it looks like my giraffe is doing like a little jiggly wig, but it's okay. No one cares about continuity or anatomy. Actually, that's a lie, because that's exactly how I started off this video. Just pretend it doesn't exist. Just look at the beautiful eyelashes of this giraffe, because I always picture giraffes with beautiful eyelashes, and yeah, eyelash goals, I got it, right? So, fun fact about giraffes, because I feel like we should know a little bit about the animals that we are studying. So, giraffe babies are called cows, and cows can take up to 4 years to grow till their full height. Males can weigh up to 4,250 pounds, and females can weigh half of that. Most cows, though, are killed due to lions and hyenas, unfortunately. They have prehensile tongues that can be half a meter long, while their tails can be 1 meter long in length. That is a lot. Oh my. They have the same amount of vertebrae in their neck as humans, mouses, elephants, armadillos, and other mammals. That's 7, by the way. I think the animal that has the most vertebrae in their neck are actually birds, interestingly enough. And most of the water comes from food. Meticulously combing through their leaves, they get everything they need unless the season is particularly dry, in which they will drink every 3 days. I cannot even imagine, but I guess that's common in Africa, with animals, that is. Another interesting thing is when they fight, it's called necking, and basically what giraffes do in necking is they will swing their neck like a slingshot into the other giraffe. And in order to effectively fight, you want to aim for anywhere that is not the neck. And the little horns on their head are perfect for sludging opponents, and the reason why they don't fall, like their heads aren't injured, is because of big sinus pockets that protect them. However, just like humans, the back of the head is very delicate, and one blow to the back of the head can result in unconsciousness for up to 3 minutes, making animals very vulnerable to other predators. So yeah, giraffes are really interesting. Why do I find giraffes fighting the most interesting? Oh gosh. So in this next spread, I think this spread is my least favorite, just because I had that vision of what I wanted it to be inside my head, and it wasn't it. Trying to shade this was absolutely dreadful. And in the end, I think I don't know. All I can say is that I had fun drawing their spots. The reason why this video is so fast-paced is because I had over 1 hour of video footage of me rambling on about giraffes. So, yeah. But I will tell you this, it was fun and calming to at least draw the spots, even though I wasn't exactly excited for the outcome. I did end up switching to use a brown mild liner, and I ended up going over that mild liner with a marker because I wasn't sure. I tried so many different things to make this spread look better. In the end, I just gave up. It's okay. It's going to be my jot notes page anyways, so if it doesn't look as good as the other pages, it really doesn't matter. My quote for this month is about motivation, because I feel like as the semesters are coming to a close, as people are getting into the summer mood, life has just become very unmotivating. Like, I would like to lie down and count the popcorn on my ceiling instead of get up and actually be productive in my everyday life. And while there isn't anything wrong with that, my story is definitely suffering. So I do actually have a video on this. It's called 5 Tips on How to Stay Motivated While Writing. So definitely go check that up. I will put it in the cards above. But if not, definitely just remember this quote. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. And I think that's so true, especially now, because, you know, every step is a step toward greatness. Even if yesterday was a complete failure, you can always have a better day, and just remember that those tough times shape you. You are who you are today because of your past experience, and yeah, that's why I chose the quote. In this spread, I had a lot of trouble actually with taping this down. I ended up deciding to go over my cover page in gouache, and I think while it looked a lot better, taping this was such a nightmare because my spreads, my signatures aren't tied together. There's nothing keeping them together, and so I had pockets of paper, and yeah, this is me struggling with tape. I took out some hemming gouache, I took out some cheap paintbrushes, and then I just went over my white background in blue. And this paper is not particularly great for anything at all, but you know, I'm doing it. I only stopped coloring in my sky when the page started lifting up. The paper started crumbling underneath my paintbrush. And of course, the one thing that I did find kind of frustrating about this was mixed with water mixed with water soluble markers left a lot of ghosting and bleeding, but that's okay. Bleeding from one side to another, not like all on the same page. So I'm actually quite happy with this spread. I think the cover page turned out to be my favorite spread of the bunch. The second favorite spread is my calendar page. I think it's so cute. Random giraffe head, am I right? But I realized that doing gouache, I love painting, y'all. Painting is so much fun for me. And when I went over my giraffe in paints, I realized that all my struggles could have been erased with paint because I found the perfect tone for my giraffe when I went over it with gouache. And I probably would have wrecked my paper because this isn't watercolor paper, but still, what ifs are very nostalgic and comforting to think of. So I also went over with some white gouache just to make it look pretty, and yeah, I love clouds. That is my cover spread. I know it's not particularly hard, but I think it turned out great, and that's my favorite spread of the bunch, so whatever. Also, when I peeled it up, I peeled up the tape a little too quickly, so there is a little paper mishap at the very bottom of the page, but I can just go over that with some white acrylic paint and some glue. On this page, when I did my flip through, the paint wasn't dry, so you can kind of see where it bled, and you know, I was just fooling around touching the crinkled paper because ASMR paper is my favorite ASMR. But yeah, that is my bullet journal spread for this month. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you want to see your animal in a future bullet journal spread, comment down below. Tell me what your favorite animal is. And thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. And I will see y'all next month. Bye.